about it, but try not to suggest picks as they're happening, because I want to keep the integrity of the tournament as high as possible here. Pack one, pick one. Please, a piece of Power 9. It's our fourth try. We haven't seen a single one. Still have not seen a single one. Days hanging down there. Days is pretty good. Sorry, resize a little bit. Days is pretty good. I'm told Pest Infestation is like this nutty card that you're not really supposed to pass that often. I have like no experience with it. Mr. Clever Pig with the 17 months, thank you, welcome back. I'm sure that it is pretty good. I think Dothy Voidwalker is also like really, really good. Probably maybe like a little underrated, although I think decks that play Dothy Voidwalker tend to not be as good. I think we're going to go between Days, Voidwalker, Pest Infestation. Also, Prismatic Vista is a great first pick. It's just always good mana fixing. I might actually take it. It's like you just have all of your colors. You have one Vista. I do like Dothy Voidwalker quite a bit. I'm gonna take the Vista. This will just always be all your colors. I'm a big fan of Prismatic Vista. I'm gonna take it. Pack one, pick one here over some like, you know, A-, B+ cards. I may be like a lot higher on pack one, pick one Vista than most people, but like, if I'm going to first pick a land, it's actually, in my opinion, like the best land to pick because it just is always in your colors. This is kind of maybe kind of controversial. I've pack one, picked one Vistas before, and people give me a lot of shit for it. But I maintain that I like this strategy. Okay, Into the Tundra 60 months. Dayco the 16, Clever Pig with the 17. Hope you all are doing well. Appreciate y'all. Guide of Souls I think is maybe the most powerful card in this pack. I've been liking Carnage Interpreter a lot. I think that card is pretty good. Overall, another pretty mediocre pack. We could take Malcolm, which is like a fine 2-mana looter. Yeah, I don't know. None of these cards are good, really. Like, I think Guide of Souls somehow is the best card of this pack. And Guide of Souls is really strong. Guide of Souls is really strong. I'm gonna take it, I guess. I'm not happy with the start so far, but we're open, you know. We're not married to this, and then this keeps us pretty open, and it also means that if we're a white aggressive deck, we can splash anything. I have not really had good success with like these white aggressive decks in Cube. We did get we did get crushed by one earlier today, so maybe it's a good time. Caracas is definitely one of the better white cards to pick up, although I guess you can kind of play it in any deck. Kind of the most powerful pack so far. Not necessarily a good sign, because it's pick 3, so our people to our right have gotten 2 good cards. So we can take Caracas. Chase the Mind Sculptor is fine. Foundry is fine. Reprieve is fine. Could take Exhume. I'm going to take this Caracas, I think, and feel pretty okay about it. See, don't recognize any names in the cube here. They don't make it easy on us, I'll tell you that. Okay, so in this pack we have Ancient Tomb, Ragavan, Lurrus, Chromox, Emrakul, probably not going to be Emrakuling. Lurrus Caracas is pretty sick, where if you can companion Lurrus and you have Caracas in your deck, you have protection for it, which is cool. I wonder, can I build like a somewhat aggressive white deck with Lurrus as companion? Pack 4 Lurrus is kind of a nice time to do it. Ancient Tomb is a card I like a lot. Ragavan is also a card I like a lot. I could see Ragavan being better than Lurrus here. I don't really see Lurrus wheeling that often. I'm going to take the Ragavan. You know, we've got a fixer already. There was a red-white duel that might circle around. And Ragavan is good with Guide of Souls, and I think just kind of great in general. We might wheel the landfall 2/2 there also. Pretty tempting to have taken that Lurrus. But now we can maybe take Seasoned Pyromancer, which is very good with Guide of Souls. That's like immediately something to jump if you discard 2 spells. There's also Wasteland. Wasteland Ragavan is great. Wasteland with like a very low mana curve is pretty premium. And Seasoned Pyromancer is good, but it isn't exactly like it's not like a premium 3-drop, you know. There They're gonna be better, better top end cards. It's not even a 0% chance that this would wheel. Like people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, pretty unlikely it would wheel. But I'm gonna take the Wasteland. Wasteland in aggro decks tends to be really nice, so you're not as cold to combo. Okay, I have not played at all with Emberheart Challenger. 2 mana 2/2 haste prowess comes a target of spell or ability you control. Exile top card, may play that until end of turn. Not very excited about that one. We could take this Chandra, I guess, which is like kind of a mediocre top end, mediocre plus. Probably not something I'm super enthused with. We could take Basalt Monolith for the possible like big pivot into like a Mishra's Workshop style shell, broken deck. I don't know. Obviously, we're really far away from that, but these cards are very mediocre, and ideally, we could get replacement level cards like this if we need them. And here we also are kind of not given much that complements the guide Ragavan plan. Now, I mentioned I like taking Dark Depths pretty aggressively, and with Prismatic Vista, Caracas Wasteland, and maybe to a lesser extent Basalt Monolith, we kind of have the start of like a pretty good like lands matter deck, either mono green or multiple colors. And I've been picking Dark Depths kind of highly. One of my 4-0s is because I've picked Dark Depths like 4th pick, and nothing else is really calling to me. You could take Blood Crypt, I guess. You could take Portal to Phyrexia if we really think we're going to be a workshop deck, but let's just take this and then, keep the ability to like stay a little more sane potentially. I'm just going to kind of put the combo aggro here. Detectives Phoenix, Dragon Rage's Channeler. Both pretty reasonable. Phoenix is going to be a lot worse, I think. I haven't played it with a good cube yet, but it seems much harder to collect evidence. Let's take this Channeler. And then maybe these, we can laugh about these picks later. Okay, so this was our pack 1, pick 1. Another 1-drop is kind of nice. Just having, like, it also, like, works with Channeler pretty well. It's kind of interesting with Guide of Souls. Because you can play it before Guide of Souls, then counter on Guide of Souls, then trigger the guide. Could also take Uro for our like lands matter deck. Uro Caracas is also pretty cool, but I think I'm just gonna take the Kamanu. And then let's take the Burst Lightning over the Prime Time. Definitely two directions to go in, and certainly leaning this direction for now. I could take Nissa just to have an out here. I think instead I'm gonna take this Agatha's Soul Cauldron and just commit to Boros, or potentially mono red. Like Guide of Souls is really good, but we don't have any other white cards at the moment. We did wheel the Pyro Surfer. Okay, so we're pretty committed to being red-based aggro here. Don't probably sideboard Prismatic Ending. Wield the 2/2. Okay, so let me just put these over here for now. So good. Yeah, these are probably sideboard cards. Put them over here for now. Mr. Romano, 18 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Appreciate you. Yeah, having Caracas means that we're not as weak to Delage, although that's maybe a reason to have someone else be Dark Depths, right? This is 7 aggro playable cards. A little low. I mean, we could play the Pending. I want to play this Guide of Souls. I want to be Boros, but we'll see. Okay. Well, there's Thespian Stage, and Mana Vaults, and Otahari, Sun's Glory, and Fiery Confluence. I think I'm just taking the Fiery Confluence. Mana Vault is a sick card. We'll wheel the Thespian Stage. Yeah, I mean, Fire Confluence is really premium. We might wheel this, but especially with just how like low to the ground and aggressive we are, this is just like the perfect top end. Don't know if we're gonna play this one. I would at the moment it doesn't seem like we're really gonna be enabling it all that well. Okay, so we can take Path to Exile, Goblin Rabble Master. I don't think we want to play Solitude in this deck. Rabblemaster is pretty cool with Guide of Souls. It also works pretty well with the Pyro Surfer. Pumping all the tokens. Could potentially get better too. Path is a really good removal spell, but I think for the most part, we're going to want our removal spells to be burn spells if possible. I'm like a little lower on Path also than I think that most Cube gamers are. It's probably my modern brain speaking to me, but I'm going to take the Rabblemaster here. We also might just be mono red still. Like, if we just don't see a single other white card that we really want, then there's a good chance we're just mono red. Okay, so we could take Bloodstained Mire, and having fetch lands is something I would really like to have with DRC and Pyro Surfer in my deck. And we could prioritize a red-white duel. Pyrokinesis is good. I would prefer to have Fury in the deck. If we're super duper aggressive, it isn't good in every single matchup. Could be more of a sideboard card, but I think we're just gonna take the Mire. No, we've got 2 cards that care about fetch lands already. Let's take it. I could take Epicer, Hologun's Command, I guess. It's kind of late to layer in Academy. Was the workshop deck available? I don't really think so, but maybe. Let's take the Epicer. Reasonable enough 1-drop, and just, our deck just has like 8 or 9 1-drops. That'll be pretty nice, especially if we can get a Mox. But still no power, of course. Starting to look like we are a mono red deck. Just gonna snap off the Saga. Hopefully we get something for it. We have extra artifacts off Ragavan and Epicer. Saga's just such a good utility land in these decks, and really, really premium card in Cube in general. The Dinosaur is pretty good, but with no acceleration. We would prefer to like curve out a 4 for the most part. Maybe we can play a 5-drop, but let's just take the Saga. Kind of surprised the Saga was that late. I usually draft it pretty highly. Maybe I'm overrating it, but it just kind of goes in so many decks. If we can get a Mox, we don't even need a Mox Ruby or Pearl. An off-color Mox I'd be a-okay with. Would help this deck a lot. Okay, so we could take Oliphant, Trumpeting Carnosaur. Haywire Might for Urza Saga is also pretty reasonable. Oliphant helps with Channeler Delirium. Helps with Mana Flood. Carnosaur is probably not right for us. I'm going to take the Oliphant. Also, if we do get a red-white dual land, all of a sudden our splash is really good. Okay, Chain Lightning looks really nice. I'm very happy to pick Chain Lightning up. No notes. This pack is pretty dang dry, kind of concerning. I wonder, could I play Rite of Flame in this deck? Maybe. The Rite of Flame out of Rabblemaster seems kind of good. Beyond that, kind of ambitious. I'm going to take it, I think. I don't think I'm hate drafting any of these cards. And there's a Thespian stage for our Dark Depths, which I don't think we're doing. Should we hate draft any of these cards? Maybe hate draft this life gain removal spell. It's a bit better. Another dry pack. Pretty concerning. I'm going to take Inquisition, maybe. Maybe we end up splashing black. We have nothing else besides that removal spell we just picked up. But I am not playing any of these cards, I think. I guess, could I play Talon? I guess this does get rid of a blocker. Yeah, for mono red, we could probably afford to play this. So to already have 2 other colorless utility lands. I'm just going to take it. We did wheel Pyrokinesis, so... Okay, there's also Lava. Let's take the Boots for the Saga, though. Boots in your Saga deck, if your aggressive deck, is pretty premium, and it also works with Challenger. So I'm gonna take the Boots over Pyrokinesis. Maybe a close pick. I'm gonna go with it though, but much more of a premium in our more aggressive deck. Hate draft Batterskull. Might play it if we're just really doing so bad on playables. Take Croaks, I guess. Take Cut Down. Hate draft mostly. So it does look like Mono Red is open, but there just haven't been a lot of cards in the packs for it. So we're hoping for a really juicy pack 3. Dying for a piece of power. We have not seen a single one in any... Okay, there we go. It's not on color. But just like casting casting your 2 drops on turn 1, casting your 3 drops on turn 2 is really, really nice. There's also a ring. There's a Fire Blast. We're probably not going to wheel the ring, but wheeling Fire Blast would be really nice. And also this is another Saga target too. Okay. So Robber of the Rich, pretty good to play on turn 1 off of a Mox. Unfortunately, not much to wheel. Taking Hired Claw, which is a pretty good 1-drop, I think. Don't think we have any. This is not a lizard, right? Yeah. No extra lizards. I don't know about this draft, y'all. Was a tough one. Might have been fine. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna take this Lightning Bolt. At this point, we have a pretty good amount of burn: Burst Lightning, Chain Lightning, Lightning Bolt, Fiery Confluence. Maybe we get bailed out. There's a Pyrogoyf. Pyrogoyf is really nice. There's also a Wooded Foothills that can help with our Pyrosurfer Channeler, but we're going to take the Pyrogoyf instead, I think. Urza Saga is pretty good with Pyrogoyf. We do have fetch lands. Okay, that's nice. Nice top end. I would like another 3-drop, another 2-drop. That's maybe asking for a lot this late. Every attack with 1 or more lizards deals 1 damage to target opponent, 2 mana, put a counter on Hired Claw, only if opponent lost life this turn and only once a turn. I mean, I like Staff the Storyteller. I'm just going to take this Abrade, because I don't think I'm splashing white at this point. And it's pretty concerning here, because, I mean, the playables are already, drying up. And there was not a lot to wheel in these packs, too. Showdown is pretty whatever. Looting is also pretty whatever. It has some synergy with Pyrogoyf. It's good with Channeler. It's a prowess trigger. I'll take it. It's kind of filler level. Okay, it does make this Lavamancer better, and that's kind of all we got. I don't know, because it's weird, because it feels like to some extent mono red is open, like Pyrokinesis wield. Although we didn't, we had to take the other card. It's just, I don't know, it just almost feels like it's open, but there haven't been people aren't fighting over the cards, so there just haven't been a lot of mono red cards in the packs. So right now we might need 3 more playables. In the board I have Batterskull, Rite of Flame, Agatha's Soul Cauldron, Batterskull. And also, I'm not sure. I think we can get away with 17 lands, although we really don't want to because we're a Mox Sapphire deck. But we do have Wasteland, Urza Saga, Oliphant, so we do have some flood insurance. But I'm just kind of coping because we are too low on playables, and we have 1 Guide of Souls. It's just so tough to splash just 1 white 1-drop. Okay, we wield the Fire Blast, which I think I'm taking over the Glory Bringer. Yeah, that's no notes. We do have a lot of really powerful cards, and we have a Mox, and we have Saga Boots. But this is what I'm worried about. I just don't know how many more playables there are left in this pack, and we kind of need to hit 2 more. Otherwise, we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel. I'm going to take the Sweeper. Remember, we do play against the pod, so just, hate drafting that. Squee. Could Lotus Petal be good? Lotus Petal is an artifact for Saga tokens. It triggers, it's another type for Pyrogoyf. It triggers DRC. I'm more likely to play it than Squee in the deck. I mean, I have a Kroxa in the board, a Cut Down. Maybe Lotus Petal's okay. I mean, we're probably going to have to play it. The thing is, our top end is just not... our curve is just so low. I would love to play, 15 lands of this deck. Mana Sink here. Jarvis, thanks for the raid. We're in our last bullet. We had a very odd draft. We're a little short on playables in our red deck here. Roughest draft I've ever seen. I was sitting next to you, man. Stop working until pack 1, pick 6. That's tough. All right. Well, there's some good stuff going on. There's some stuff to like about this draft. I like that we have 10 1-drops. I think that's awesome. I like that we have Pyrogoy Fiery Confluence as our only top end. That's awesome. I like that we have Fire Blast. I like that we have a Mox, even though it's off color. Oh, this Mox kind of sucks in this deck, to be honest. I don't know. It's like it works with these cards. We're gonna play it, but it actually isn't really that so good. How'd you like Mana Force with Tamio? I thought it was really good with Tamio. I like that aspect of that deck a lot. Yeah, the pedal is definitely in there. And then like looting is sketch. I don't hate Kroxa with the theater. I was thinking about the Kroxa. We also have looting. And Oliphant could find the theater. And we have Bloodstained Mire for it. But the double black escape is not easy. You took Chaff over White Virtue Wheel with no consideration at all with the cheap creatures. When was that? Sorry. You took Chaff over the white creature Virtue Wheel. No consideration at all about cheap creatures. I mean, the card is double white. We don't have any other white fixing. We have one other white card we're considering splashing, but it might have been better. The Caracas is in the sideboard right now. I don't know if we're gonna main deck it. I feel like we're siding it in. We took the Breach. I think Emmy wheeled, then got the Infectite and pack 2, pick 1. Ulapog was open. Yeah, I agree we could have been in different directions here. Pack 2. I see. I don't know. I don't really remember. It might have been better. I think we should pick Bowmaster for pack 2, pick 1. What did I take over Bowmaster? Sorry. It wasn't the Pyrogorph, was it? No, it was. Okay, so in the pack there was a Mana Vault. And I ended up taking... I took Fiery Confluence, right? No, I took Fiery Confluence. Yeah, no, I took Mox pack 3, pick 1. The Confluence was like... Nice. We missed a red black dual and pick 1 wheel. I know it was tough. I don't think that I don't think I drafted very well, I agree. But it was a very difficult seat to be in. Yeah, black was pretty dry in the first pack, and like red was really open. Red, like we got a super late like Chain Lightning, late Lightning Bolts. It just like we got a late Ragavan, or pick 3 or pick 4 Ragavan. But I just feel like there wasn't a lot of red in the opened. You have Petal, you're probably going to play more land than we want, so play a couple Swamp would be so bad for the Kroxa. Maybe, I mean, I have 11 1-drops that cost a single red mana, and I already have 3 colorless utility lands, but yeah, maybe we might want to play the Kroxa. So in the sideboard, we have Rakka's Theater, Cut Down, we have Evolved Sleeper. Gotta just reread the card. Basalt Monolith, Toxic Deluge, Virtue of Pestilence, Batterskull. And here we have 22, really 21 spells, right? Because we're not really counting the Oliphants. 6 plus 15, 21. Yeah, Sleeper's not so bad. We do have a red-black dual land and some fixing for it. There's also Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Can play Krakus as a spell if needed. Yeah, I mean, I think that we're okay kind of like counting... Like we have Wasteland, Urza Saga, but I really do not want to have more than 16 lands, including this Oliphant. So I want to play like 10 lands here. That would be pulling 3 things in. So I think we're pretty forced to splash black. Yeah, looting I agree is awful, but we have some synergy with it, and I must say I don't really like looting in deck. I know we have a kind of a failed draft here. I agree. We are like 5 playables short of... We're like 5 playables short of like a really good mono red deck, but we're just short on playables here. We could say this Rite of Flame really didn't get there. It's like nothing to accelerate into. Batterskull's pretty damn bad as a top end too. We have to splash black, I think. I think we have to play Kroxa. I think we have to play Evolved Sleeper. And then maybe we have to play this Cut Down. Batterskull, Agatha's Rite of Flame. I mean, I'm playing looting over all of those, I think. The Batterskull might be like okay. The Cauldron might be like okay too. We have like really no synergies with it though. We have Evolve Sleeper now, I guess, so we pulled that in there. We have Lavamancer. Yeah, looting is like not good, but it's like we do have Lavamancer, we do have DRC, we do have Pyrogoyf, we do have Kroxa. So like the looting is, you know, it's fine, like whatever. Krakus is good. Krakus is pretty good. I agree. I don't know if I love main decking it with our like if we play Kroxa, it's like weird. I guess it's kind of synergistic with Kroxa. But it's like so weird in a deck that's playing like presumably these utility lands. I guess we could play it over Talons. It's probably better than Talons. Talons might be good too, though. I don't know, just like unsummon your blocker. Krakus is insane. Calls utility land. I mean, maybe I'm just a little too. I think it's good. Yeah, I agree. Not right now. Thank you, though, sweetie. Appreciate you. I really want to get one more spell in here. Talons kind of works with Kroxa too. Sorry, Talons? Oh, this Talons card. I mean, if you have 4 mana to put it into play from your hand, I guess, yeah. Seems kind of tough. Removes back, cut down, and virtue. I don't think I'm playing both. I think I was just going to play the cut down. But the number of sources, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 swamp is 5 black sources, so we would play 2 or 3 swamps with 7 mountains. 2 swamps, 7 mountains, 5 black sources, plus the Lotus Petals, plus Saga for Lotus Petal for 3 black cards. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 red sources. It's cutting Saga is a non-starter. I don't know if anyone suggested that. To note the 8 months, thank you, welcome back. Appreciate you. Because the Saga is also, like, the Lava Spur Boots is playable. Because of the Saga. Or, like, largely because of the Saga. I guess, alternatively, we could not play the black cards and play Batterskull, Agatha, Soul Cauldron, play one more land. I don't play the black cards. Is Mox better than a land here? I mean, we have Urza Saga in our deck, and we do have like 7 cards it goes into. You could, you know, use Lava Spur Boots on. I agree that off-color Mox is kind of shockingly kind of awkward here. Can sink into Mana the Hired Claw, but I agree it's weird how like awkward it is in your mono red deck. Usually it's pretty premium. You have 3 black cards that are 3 white cards worse. So we have a dual land for the so we have a red black dual plus Meyer plus Oliphant, but we didn't get a red white dual. So the black splash is a lot easier than the white splash. I should have wished for a on color Mox. I wished for an off color Mox because I was getting desperate. I don't know. It is not a very good mono red deck, I think, but it's not very bad either. D minus. D plus. I guess it might be very bad. We have a lot of really premium cards. We have a lot of burn. We're a pretty good Pyrogoyf deck. We have Pyrogoyf, Fire Blast, Fiery Confluence, Lightning Bolt, Chain Lightning, Burst Lightning. We have Pyrosurfer plus boot. Sorry, not Pyrosurfer. Challenger plus boots to like get a little bit of card advantage. We have Saga. C plus mono red. Yeah, I think I would give it more than D minus, D plus, or C minus, probably. At the very least, it's just kind of a little disappointing because it was very close, right? This deck was like really close. Like if we just had 5 more reasonable red cards, we were there, and we just didn't really like spend picks like not on red cards pretty early. Don't you want Talons in the deck? I don't know because my mana's not the easiest, right? Where I have Cut Down, Sleeper, Kroxa, and I have Mox Sapphire, which is so like I already have. I basically have 4 colorless lands in my deck already, and I think Talons is the worst one of them. I do like Talons, but I think Talons is worse than these 4, and I don't think I want a 5th. Toss the die roll on the draw against Hank here. Can you keep a Caracas Mountain hand? You can keep some Caracas Mountain hands, yeah. I'm not keeping my opening 7. That's Urza Saga, 6 red cards. Keeping my 6. One has played Swamp, and they've passed the turn. Save me, Channeler. As you've saved me before. Okay, don't mind seeing a silent clearing. Graveyard that for Delirium. Hope to get Delirium here. Just missing a type. There's an Evolved Sleeper. I'm going to keep that one on top. But it doesn't have double red, thankfully. Huh. Was not expecting to snuff out. I don't mind my opponent taking 5 damage to their own cards this turn, I suppose. And I don't mind them missing a land drop either. -2, -2. Let's cut that down, I guess. Guess what I have in my hand? Okay, they're at 5 life. They got a silent clearing. Got 1 card in my hand. Shout out Snuff Out. Yeah, shout out No Mana Tithe. Well, I mean, I would rather my opponents miss every land drop than have a good mono red deck. So Braid seemed not great. They had that 3-1. I'm scared of 3-1. I'm gonna bring in the Cauldron. I have a sneaking suspicion there. A Reanimator deck. They're playing black and cube. Can't be that sneaky. We got a pretty bad hand. One mulligan. Professor Bajangles with the 22 months. Thank you so much. That is a long time. Some might say too long to be subscribed to Aspiring Spike, but not you, Bajangles. You're here till the end. Hopefully. Okay, so Shadowy Backstreet. What's wrong with taking the backstreets? They say. I keep a card on top. Being you. Iron Throne to 22 months. Thank you so much. Okay, opponent is doing a little block here, it seems. Makes sense. This is not an appropriate amount of time to discuss. I say so, Sarah. I think with 17 months. Chicken Waffle, the 21 months. Good luck, Spike. What did we draft? We drafted Mono Red Aggro as my opponent plays Preacher of the Schism against me here. I'm going to go and discard this Croxa for a little bit of value. So I was thinking I would graveyard just about anything. I mean, I can't kill Preacher with it. I guess I'm going to put that in the graveyard. Boots seem good in this matchup. Yeah, I think so. For some reason, I thought you meant the other boots. Swamp Cyclone. I don't like this any more than y'all do. but I think we got to take the 3 for 2 and hope. It's going to be tougher to escape the Kroxa. Tell you what. Five cards in their hand still. Cauldron does seem pretty good with all the trading that seems to be going on. Don't like that my opponent has 5 cards in hand and that they're deep in the tank here. Okay, that bodes a bit better. To get rid of Lingering Souls. Okay, that does not bode very well. And then they have Necromancy to get back Hieroglyph, maybe? Troll. Okay. Now, why are they holding up 2 mana? They have, like, Felia? Got some zeros in my deck. It's high roll. Also, we can just do this every turn, too. Okay, well. Your turn, I suppose. They do have the Felia. Have to block the Felia. They got 1 card left in their hand. This is 9 damage, which would put me to 5. Or I could block... Oh. Until... Do I get the card? What's the card? Oh, spell ability you control, never mind. Okay. Trigger. Rabblemaster. So I'm dead if I cast that. So probably not going to cast that. Not exactly sure what my outs are, though. It's a fun little combo. Bolt the Felia. Trigger Prowess. Feel good about bringing in the Cauldron, I guess. I'm down to 1 life point. They don't seem like they have a lot, at least. Alright. Game 3. Get 3 on the play. Can maybe keep a 7. Man can dream. So they have Fel. They have like 3 2-mana flash creatures that Abrade kills. I have a lot of other answers to those cards. Cut down gets all of them. Yeah, it's single Elim, so we're out if we lose it. Yeah, I don't think I need the Abrade. Let's go for it. Don't love my hand. I'm gonna keep them. They have Chromox. That's true. Yeah. They do have Chromox, huh? Are they for sure not bringing back the feeders? I don't know if they are. I bet they bring them back for 1 more week, but I just don't know. I don't think it's this weekend. I don't know when it would be, but there still are several more weeks of this. Fault Fracture, 46 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Appreciate you. Turn 1, Kumanu. There's Surveillant. They mold the 6. Alright, let's... Why is this a 1? Oh, it's +1. I didn't realize this was just always +1. With my hand, let's keep this. Alright, flip. Attack for 2. Got our opponent down to 17. According to schedule, the next 3 weeks have feeders. Okay, cool. Kind of hard to keep track of. Hopefully this Wasteland gets them. A big part of the reason I kept my hand, they've got a lot of dual lands. I top decked this Rakkus Theater, which is a bit awkward. Would have been untapped, would have been a lot better, of course. Okay, they imprint an Oust, and then they spend 3 mana to cast a Lingering Souls. They flicker the Sleeper, connect for 2. Got some options, as you might expect. It's a weird game. Let's take the weird play. And we could try to top deck Fiery Confluence, but I think because I've got this Caracas Croxa thing going, I kind of just want to lean into that a bit more. So I'm going to not, or just be happy enough offering this trade. So 2 cards in their hand. They flash back those Lingering Souls. All right, taking 4 down to 14. Welcome back, Evolved Sleeper. Sorry, had to read that one. Gotta put it down to 8 life. Interesting they discarded planes and then they missed at least 1 land drop. I think 2. So obviously being able to Caracas this Felly is a pretty big deal, especially when they're stumbling on their mana sum. What does the Sleeper do to become a cleric? Like, did it go to school? And that's your Ian paid for the school with the mana. I think it's having experiments on it, right? It's like, you're doing something over there. I think I might be winning this game just because my opponent has decided to race. I don't know, maybe they have a sweeper in their hand or something. I'm like a little confused that they're getting so aggro with these souls and Felia. But maybe they'll play something here that would make sense. A 2/3 Jacked Rabbit. I mean, that is pretty good here. I have the Deluge, so I'm not too worried about that one. Okay, do not mind Snuff Out. I already played my land. I'm just so confused. Don't they? Oh, they don't know about this, right? Okay, I don't know. If my opponent just decides to not try to race me, that game is so much harder. If they just like trade aggressively with those Lingering Souls, but like they didn't trade earlier, and they just like I think they almost just sunk cost fallacy to like trying to race the mono red deck. Lost the die roll, not the best for our mono red deck. We lost the last die roll too, right? I think we did. Opponent chooses to be on the play. Did a lot of mulliganing last match. We're gonna keep our 7 here. Turn 1 library. Obviously way better for us that they took the mulligan. Get to lead on a Ragavan here, which is also pretty fun. They play a Plains, second white drafter. No, we played against basically all the white flash 2-drops last game, so see if they have any removal here. Path? Take a path. Just like Modern, they path your Ragavan, and you are not upset at all. Boots with the Spurs. Thanks, Lincoln. Appreciate that. Basic Island. White Cheons. Probably an okay matchup. 2 cards in the bottom of the Preordain. Never upset with that. I'm gonna go ahead and change my mind, I guess. So I was thinking about looting away this Kroxa, but the trigger is like kind of nice here, and having the extra artifact in play with my Saga token does actually matter a pretty good amount, I think. So we're just gonna save it for later. They discard a Stern Scolding. Totally okay with that. 4 cards in their hand. They've been stumbling. They took a mulligan. They had to path my Ragavan on turn 1. We're about to throw a 4 power construct at them, maybe? 3 cards in their hand. Saga goes to chapter 2. Please cube just make it YouTube? Probably, yeah. Attacking for 6. Petty theft. Put it down to 14. Intentionally not re-equipping here. Got anything to do with that time walk? They can play an island. Scary. Only 1 card in their hand, though. Not as scary. They graveyard Wooded Foothills. Here's our Mox Sapphire. Getting in for 6. Blood token, discard Mountain. Still intentionally not bootsing. They're top decking. They still have this Brazen Borrower, I suppose. Yeah, not the worst Saga ever, trading for the Petty Theft in the Absent. Started to pay costs like they had a spell. And I'm probably not going to activate Lavamancer here because I can surveil a card into the yard. And then Lava Spike my opponent, or sorry, Burst Lightning my opponent so that I have Kroxa Escape available here with the ability to boots. What's your top deck? Guess we're about to find out one way or another. They're pretty dead if they discard Flames. They didn't cast that? Super greedy. Guess they're not in like good shape either way. You know what? Our deck might not be great, but we played against 2 opponents who have stumbled pretty hard. And that's good enough for me. Okay, so we are up again. I'm going to cut the cut down. I don't know if we're going to play Batterskull or Cauldron. I'm not going to play Cut Down. I guess I'm playing the Batterskull and not the most happy with it. Again, our deck is like pretty close to being pretty good, but we're a few playables short. Had to like Desperation Splash Black at the very end. That was certainly above average draw for me. That was okay. Toxic? Wait, you want to board in Toxic Deluge against blue-white control? Cauldron next on the Time Walk from the yard. Well, they aren't playing green, or at least we didn't see green, so it doesn't seem like they're trying to loop Time Walk. We'll see, though. Rite of Flame for Turbo Rabblemaster. Well, the problem is, I would play Rite of Flame in the deck if we had more cards like Rabblemaster. But we don't really. It's like, I guess now we have Batterskull. Snapcaster. I mean, we haven't seen... I'm not going to board in Cauldron just because they might have a Snapcaster for the Time Walk. And they also have like they showed us a lot of exile-based removal, and so like it's not like the Cauldron is allowing us to like pump our creatures that effectively either. Rite of Flame on the draw, get on the board as fast seems okay on the draw. I agree. I think I'm just gonna play the Batter Skull instead, but I agree the Rite of Flame has some text. Is this the first of the two drafts? So yeah, this is round 2 of draft 1. So we have to win this one, win the next one, do another draft, win that draft to win this event. Yeah, I think we're just a little short on good things to Rite of Flame into. Plus, we also already have a Lotus Petal and a Mox Sapphire. I know. There's just like so much stuff. Them having to Path to Exile me was really good too. All the Cube fans love Path to Exile, but my opponent had to Path my Ragavan turn 1, and it was like hugely costly. The naturally drawn Lava Spur Boots did some work too. Yeah, we could steal their Time Walking with Ragavan. Is Ragavan the best card in our deck? Maybe. Is this the last bullet? Yeah, the last one for now. We potentially have some more shots coming our way. All right, keep. There's a reason why this is funny. I can't really say, I suppose. Some of y'all might be able to figure it out. Haven't cast a spell yet over there. Surveil time. Graveyarding this mountain for sure. Fetch my second swamp for Kroxa. Surveil with a Mox Sapphire. Graveyard this Abrade. Loot away a mountain. Attack for 2. Hired Claw. Please don't counter. Didn't see any sweepers game 1. Maybe they have like a Path to Exile. Maybe they have Petty Theft. Get a bit of counter on it. Yeah, we did finally open a piece of power, huh? Slightly suboptimal to loot with Swamp over Sapphire. That's true, yeah. Hoping for no sweeper, and successfully had no sweeper cast against us here. Here's the Krakus we boarded in. Top. Okay, that's actually not so bad for us, because it gives us Delirium on the DRC here. Points down to 11 life points. Don't hate that. Batterskull was in the opener, yeah. That was in the opener. Love and hate seeing that. The iteration? I don't mind seeing the iteration here. That's all I'm going to say. They hit a mountain. We're going to combat. See if they counter this burst lightning. They don't counter it. What's funny was I had this chain lightning and they had red available on turn 2. I have another burn spell in my hand. Okay, well, I feel like my draws have been like so shitty too. So anemic. My opponent's decks. Maybe, I guess everybody's deck just sucks this draft. I don't know what to say. Once to the middle of 6, I'm joining them here. My hand's kind of borderline. My 6-card hand is better. It's a lot better. Kind of surprised to see it mounted over there. They were the other red drafter, I guess. Lotus Cobra. Yikes. Realm Smasher at the 38. Welcome back. Appreciate you. 3 cards in our opponent's hand here. Not looking too good. Yeah, they haven't played a non-basic yet, but they're playing Lotus Cobra. They're playing a bunch of colors, so we kind of expect them to have it. It's a really good card from their hand here. Cyborg tech to beat Storm with Martyr Energy to the Damping Sphere. The best card is Damping Magistrate, or Drannith Magistrate. That's the best one. All right. Got a plan. Not a good plan, but a plan. Kill the Jitte, kill the Plunderer, kill my own thing. I'm gonna gain 3 life. They can hit me down to probably, ideally 1. Ideally, if they have nothing to do but pump. Oh, sorry, 2. Ideally, if they have nothing to do but pump their thing. And I do have a card in my hand that stabilizes me from this position, so better than not having a plan. We want them to pump here. Okay, that's good news. I'm at 2 life. I cast Pyroglyph. I kill this thing. They have 3 cards in their hand. I have 2. One of their cards is a forest. And they just passed the turn. If only we had a Mox Jet, we could escape this Kroxa. Unreal. Okay, Pyrogoyf, hit him one more time. Let's go. One more. I don't got a Fire Blast in my hand. Or do I? They hit a Flindhorn Elves. I have a Burst Lightning, but I can't play the land in the Burst Lightning. So I guess we escape Kroxa. Get rid of redundant land, redundant creature, redundant instant, redundant instant, redundant instant. Good chance they just hand us 2 lands. Pretty exciting game. Did not look like it was very winnable after that Jitte. Cube is so fun. Having just a great time. My cube adventures here. I think they have land spell, like land mediocre spell in their hand. Also, they do not seem to play a lot of non-basics in their deck. We've seen 1 Horizon Canopy. Yeah, Fiery Confluence is a pretty dang good card. Yeah, they gained 6 with Jitte this game. I wonder if they have like another type that grows the Pyrogoyf in their hand here. Like if they have a, I guess. Wait, did I exile my Kumano? No. I exiled these 5. Okay, they discarded Commercial District after tanking for a while. That is another wastelandable card. Maybe the wasteland stays in. Don't tap a red mana. This is a lethal burn spell. I'm going to lose my mind. What's also about this spot here is like their hand is probably 1 land, 1 spell. So if they attack with the Carnosaur, I can and they kill my Kroxa, I can just escape the Kroxa again and kill them because my Pyrogoyf will kill them if they don't deal with it because they didn't cast another spell. I will remember to double block. Should they attack? Or if they have Cycle Triome. That would maybe explain their thinking, them having their hand somehow being Triome plus Surveil Land. If this is a card that just kills me, it's gonna be so sad. But it isn't. I have no idea what they're thinking on. Very cool moment. They go to combat. We're gonna double block. What if it's Scavenging Ooze? It doesn't seem like it is with like the way they're tapping on this red and stuff, but what if, huh? Ooze also not in the cube, okay? I feel like this cube needs more combat tricks. I always feel like combat tricks make just like a couple shit more interesting. Like Berserk in the cube. The 0 mana +4/+4 opponent gains 4. Yeah, but here if their hand is land spell, like it's gonna be really tough for them to beat the Kroxa. Yeah, Embercleave. Don't say that right now. I mean, there are not really combat tricks in the cube, right? It's not like they get suddenly added. Gut. Okay, well. I didn't draw a burn spell. If I had drawn a lizard, this would have been a burn spell. Alright, goodbye, Pyrogoyf, you served us well. Thank you for your service. Wait, oh sorry. It's not another Goyf, it stays around. Okay, they did have 2 spells in their hand. Okay. And they didn't want to Carnage? Oh, because they have to discard their hand. Okay, that is a pretty interesting spot. Gotta fade a top deck. Yeah, I'm just playing too much Nether Goyf. For some reason I thought it would die. Too much Nether Goyf. Okay, so we beat that Jitte. We do have some answers to it. We've got the Braid, we have the Fiery Confluence. We have the best answer, which is hoping they don't draw it. Did not seem like a very winnable game 1. They're pretty aggressive. I think a Gut in their deck. I think I want to play this Batterskull. If I want to play the Batterskull, I wonder, could I cut the black? Wasteland out. They showed 2 wastelandable cards. They probably have 2 or 3 more. I think I'm gonna keep it in. But I wonder if I could do something like this. Nah, let's keep. The Kroxa was very good that game. The Challenger's really mostly good with the boots. I think I want the. I guess cut the sleeper. Let's cut the sleeper. Virtue is extra good. It doesn't kill their 4/4 Dino, Like, killing 3 toughness creatures is not that important, because we have so much cheap burn. It doesn't kill the big dino. It's okay against God. They were playing Elf. They want to cut the Lotus Petal and play the Virtue. I think it's fine. One more, and we get to draft 2. Oh, that'd be so exciting. Yeah, we're on the draw, so these games could go kind of long. Virtue might be better than Cut Down because mostly the same creatures. I mean, 1 mana at instant speed versus 2 mana at sorcery speed is a pretty big difference. It's better than Cut Down. Yeah, I mean, they have Gut in their deck, so Cut Down can be like 1 mana kill your 3-drop at instant speed. So it kills Lotus Cobra. So I don't know. I think Cut Down looks good. After 2 3-0s, it's another draft. It's another draft, but not today. It's later this week. What's wrong with me? Always Unsightly Deluge. I don't know what's wrong with you. We could look at our deck. We can't bring it in. It's funny though. Ugh. I've got a weird hand, but keep. Opponents on a mold of 6. So I got a couple different ways I could start my sequencing here. With them leading on that, let's just go ahead and braid the elf on their mulligan here. I love you. Thank you for showing up to work, by the way, Mox Sapphire. So proud to have you here. Don't mind that. So I don't want to offer this trade because I have the whole boots plus this card combo coming up. Oh my gosh, I can taste the W, y'all. I'm freaking out. They missed their second land. Oh, please. I'm so scared right now. Esther, come back. I need you. Get the boots with the spurs. Trigger this. Find a lightning bolt. Dude, our deck was so mid. Our deck was so mid. And every opponent stumbled. Our deck was so mid. I don't think I've ever in my entire life had a Q draft where I had 3 opponents just stumble super hard.
What's up?
They didn't stumble very hard game 1, but they did flat out a little bit at the end. I guess our round 1 opponent didn't stumble that bad. They just kind of punted. With the 5-pack, thank you, welcome back. We'll take it. We'll take it. All right, so we've top 8'd this event. We top 8'd the 64-player event. Now we have now we just have to win